Hi. How's it going?
It's going good. How's it going for you?
It's going.
So awesome. I know I talked about it already, but I saw Mean Girls last night, the musical, and I saw it at Mervish. And I was in traffic until 2 a.m. coming back, which was ridiculous, but the show was good. So at least it wasn't like in vain.
That's right. It was worth it. It was worth it.
I personally am of the mind that the songs weren't that strong. Like the singers were great and everything, but not like super catchy.
Okay.
Songs.
Yeah. Well, like I'm comparing it to Legally Blonde because that's my favorite musical. And Legally Blonde, you can listen to the song once and be like, oh my gosh, like I know all the words. I don't even remember some of the lyrics, like a hook of their songs.
The only Broadway song I remember is from the show IT Crowd, and he's like, Willies, Willies, I love Willies. That one, that's the only one.
But I do want to say the production value is very high. The way they did the sets were awesome. Like they had like this light up back screen that they moved around, and the transitions from scene to scene were really smooth. So if you have the opportunity to see it, I highly recommend. It was nice. I like that they're taking all of my nostalgic movies and making them musicals.
Very nice.
Live them again.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what happened to me? Okay.
What?
If you listen, the people before, if you've listened to a few episodes, you would know that the CRA has fucked me so many times. So I made a new account. You know what happened? Guess what happened? I'm locked out again. Like,
no. How?
Third party. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? There's no third party. It's just me.
You need to link it to your bank account. I'm sorry.
It doesn't. I have to get a new bank account, I guess.
You need to get a new bank account then. You have to. It's the only way that works.
It's driving me bananas.
Yeah.
I'm like, and it's such an ableist system. I'm like, oh, can I just get like my husband to help me with this part? They're like, no, I can help you with it. So you, a complete stranger, I have to fucking trust to like help me through this. But my husband, I can't.
No.
Like, I was like, what if I was a senior citizen? Like, what if I was blind or had other issues?
But that's
where
why so many of them get fucked. You always hear those like news stories of like older like people getting scammed out of thousands of dollars and shit like that. That's why.
Because of this ableist system. Mm-hmm. That's why.
Yeah. They're conditioned to think that's normal. So when someone else tells them to like give them account numbers and stuff, they just do it. Like they don't know.
Yeah, I can't get my grandson to help me, but I can get this fucking stranger I've never met as telling me they're part of the CRA.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. No, it's fucking disgusting. I hate you. I'm sorry. I hate you, CRA. Fuck.
Hashtag make government accessible.
Yeah. Like all these people who have trouble accessing the services are paying your fucking bills. Your $300K paycheck is bullshit. You don't deserve it.
I know.
Give it back.
This is like whenever someone talks about like voter suppression laws, it's always like, why do you want to suppress voting? Like, you understand that's anti-democracy. That's just anti-democracy. If you're asking for an IQ test, that's anti-democracy. If you're asking for ID, that's that's why I like in Canada, there's so many ways if you don't have specific ID, et cetera, to be able to vote. And like in the States, it's like some people like you have to have like voting ID and like they used to have literacy tests, which was a completely racist system. It's just like, that's so like anti-democratic. Do not understand. And if you're anti-democratic, then you are a fascist. So congratulations. You are not welcome to our party.
Yeah,
that's right.
Our Antifa party. Yeah. If you want to hear about that in our pre-drinks episode, you should check out our Patreon.
All right, Jessica, what are you drinking tonight?
I am on my third beer, so I'm already a little
woo, yeah, woo, woo.
I'm tired. I don't know.
Sonia, what are you drinking?
Okay, so I always come a little tipsy already, but I'm having Bailey's and coffee. Wait. That's going to be done soon. And then I have Sprite and rum.
It looks ready. Like water.
It's not.
I'm just having diet cranberry
Cranberry ale.
Diet cranberry ale.
Yeah.
It's
That's
Diet
good
Cranberry
stuff.
Ginger Ale. It says so. It's not Cranberry Ale, but yes, we're gonna call it Cranberry Ale.
That's-
Oh,
I
I'm
know,
so
I thought-
jealous. It hasn't been available at my local Walmart. Just the regular cranberry ale. Not
So
the diet
okay, the
cranberry ale.
regular was not there, but I got Diet because that's all that was there.
I love their diet one. It's
I like their
good.
diet one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, ready
Ready.
for our topic? You won an unlimited supply of money. What are you wasting it on? You have to waste it, apparently. You can't just buy important stuff. You have to waste it.
I can't just buy a country.
No, that might be wasting it, but Guy.
Our drink word Guy?
The word
Guy.
is guy.
Okay.
Guy. Like, okay, Guy.
Okay,
Whatever
Guy.
you say, Guy.
When those guys came over, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
that's all I would do. I would try to buy like a country and try to prove that like socialism works.
Yeah. There's already countries that do that, though. And still nobody's like, no, it
So
doesn't
it is a
work.
waste of money. All right.
No, but then
Apparently.
we'd slowly, but it's unlimited money. So I start out small, right? I'll buy like a town. I'll buy a town.
Just sit down.
Yeah, and then we'll grow. And we'll get a little bigger. I'll be like the GTA. Like
Can
I'm
people
slowly
own towns?
in the States. You can
You
buy
can
a
just
town.
own a town?
There's company
Yeah.
towns. Yeah.
I need to
Kanye
see.
is about to buy a town. So,
There's
yeah.
company towns. Basically, they like, pay for everything almost. And then they get to pretty much. I mean, Disney has its own government. I mean, they're starting to finally erode that in Florida. But Disney Florida has its own, it can make its own laws kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like it's a
Oh.
special little thing.
So a 19 million Wild West town in Alberta has just hit the market.
Yeah, you could just buy towns.
Okay, let's just buy a town, guys.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I would buy like a town and then I would improve their life so much. Maybe
Okay.
I'll run for the government. Maybe I won't even
You
buy.
should go and buy that Wild West town in
Right,
Alberta
yeah.
and switch
So
their
listen,
views.
people who listen to us, we need $19 million. If you go to our link tree, we have a buy a drink button. If you buy us 19 million drinks,
dollars worth.
yeah, if you buy us 19 million drinks, we can have our socialism town. There's even a church. People could get married. Look at that. That's the only picture is of a church. But it's 480 acres. That's like an acre a person. If we have our town only 480 people.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
We'll have like everyone will be doing their own gardening. Everybody gets like a windmill thing, solar panel on everybody's house.
Oh, we'll have
might
a
need more
town
money.
center. Well, no, okay.
Yeah.
So what we do is once we buy the town, then we start zoning it, right? So we zone it for certain things. Then we can start selling those zones, and then they just pay property tax on their area. So people can purchase to build their own house on their acre, and then they just pay us the land tax.
And I have to like follow certain rules. Like it has to be like off the grid in 5 hours, 5 years. after
We'll have
they
our own
purchase it.
bylaws. Yes.
Yeah,
We'll have
okay, got
bylaws.
it.
And then we will have like education availabilities if you're unsure. Like we'll have gardening classes at our town center and that kind of stuff, and like starter up people that'll help you get started, so that if you're just moving to a small town, you have no idea what you're doing, there's help available. Don't you worry.
So this is like a very more like way more detailed commune. That's what that is. This is a commune with extra steps.
And then we
that's
just
where I'm gonna
grow-
start running. My Antifa party is going to be run there. Like that's where my base is going to be.
Exactly.
With cake.
Yeah, all the fucking cake.
Yeah, and then people can appoint their own security officers and their own, So security officer is not a police officer. You do not call them unless it's in a violent emergency. And then because
call
we'll
the
have
registered
social
therapist.
workers and other jobs taking
Yeah.
care of all the other stuff, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be good. We
It'll
just need
be
to buy a
great.
town.
Just buy town.
But that's what I would
19
do with
million
my
drinks.
money. That's what I would do.
Yeah, that's what I would do too. I've always, but like that doesn't seem like a waste of money to me.
Oh,
So
right. We're wasting it.
I would build a castle out of sugar cubes. Big old castle. Furniture, everything out of sugar cubes.
Wouldn't it melt? Like in the
that's
summer?
That's why it's a waste of money. You get ants.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
There'll be ants. If it rains, fuck, there better not be any rain. Like at least for a week.
Oh my god, could you imagine like if all the ant colonies like see this giant castle and then you just get this like all the ants just get like compiling and building nests all around it and they just all take it because that's like 10,000 years of food to them.
Like
A castle with sugar?
Yeah. That's like their whole lives taken care of for like the rest of the ants, like all the ants, all their lives.
Yeah.
The whole like
generation upon generation.
Yeah. Up until they become extinct. That would be just the whole.
Well, they might not.
Ant.
It might not even be like extinction. It might even be just like the ant goes extinct, but they have a new evolutionary phase that's just so built on sugar.
Right, like their insulin resistance is like non-existent. Yeah. Like they're like bulked up, like obese. They're fine though. They're just like little legs. They got like the chubbiest ant cheeks ever.
Like a new species, the glucose ant. You know, like
exactly. Yeah,
yeah. Until the sugar runs out, and then their species dies.
Yeah, the sugar will run out in like a week when it rains. But like then it'll be into like the ground and stuff. So maybe
like earthworms will then become the new glucose apex.
Oh my gosh, they start becoming the size of like snakes because they're so fat.
You like it's like one of those giant gummy worms. You're like picking it up. But, like it's like you know, it have to be two-handed.
Yeah, he's just living his little worm.
You go
life.
fishing with that and fucking catch a shark. You know, whale. The little earthworm.
They turn into that Kevin Bacon movie where like the big giant earthworms.
Tremors? Was it that one?
Tremors, that's it.
You said Kevin Bacon movie. I just imagine like Kevin Bacon on a hook going like as a worm. And I was just like, why?
Footloose. They're out trying to get dance at their local schools.
He's just dancing on the end of the hook in the water, like trying to get a shark to come over to him because he's Kevin Bait.
Yeah, instead of not bacon, he's Kevin Bait. But get it? Get it?
Get it? Dom, what would you waste money on?
So I would obviously buy a mansion, but hold on. Hold on.
Wait, there's more.
I would make all the walls, line them up with bookshelves. Like living room, kitchen, it's just all bookshelves. Like everything. It's going to be the world's largest library. That is what I would do. It would be
a waste of money. So you have
that is a waste.
But it's all fairy porn.
All of it.
All fairy porn.
Every room will have a designated different genre of romance. So like one will be like sci-fi romance, and then other would be fairy porn, and then other would be like monster smut, and then like it would just go on.
This sounds like something you already need though. Like that's supposed to be wasting your money, not getting stuff you need.
No, it'll be the world's largest erotica bookstore.
Yes.
She's going for a record here.
Yeah.
She wants
like
to be
the size of like
Ripley's.
The West Edmonton Mall, but like
I'm gonna see how many books you need. Okay,
the West Edmonton Mall, but with with smut books.
Yeah, with smut books and.
Are you gonna have like a wave pool and a roller coaster in there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Couple food courts.
Yeah,
and people can just like go and get some like New York fries while like reading their fairy porn. You know, just in a group.
Yeah, you need to like touch up your makeup, you know, because you're crying and stuff.
Oh, you can have strippers come and do like reading time.
Oh my god! And the stag shops will be in my mall. Obviously, you need toys to go with your smut.
Like, there's no record. And I just get books that are getting women to the finish.
That's what my mall's gonna be named.
That's what the Metro website says. And then there's a reading man's guide to dirty books. And then I got a Wikipedia entry for erotic literature. Like, I asked what is the world record for the largest collection of smut books, and I got nothing.
Nothing. So it probably
I'm
doesn't
gonna
even
hit
need to
that.
be that big. So
You can start with 12, and then your name is there forever.
Yeah. Well, I got more than 12. I'm looking
know,
at like at
same.
least 100 right at my like.
okay, so we need to email like Ripley's World Records or whatever, and just like put your name in for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Before this episode gets out, because someone will take our idea. I'm
Yeah.
sure someone is listening to us. They're like, oh my gosh, I have like 10 smut books.
There's gonna be people that have way more than me.
They're like, I'm gonna go on Book Outlet and buy like 30 right now.
They have a Black Friday deal. But like, if you're the first person to do it, your collection doesn't have to be very big, and your name is on record forever.
Yeah, as the first person.
Yeah. So there you go. You will
So we
be
gotta do
famous
that.
forever.
All right.
You'll be like those guys who do terrible things. The guy, what is his name? The guy killed
There's
everybody.
a lot of guys that do terrible things. I
He
don't.
was like, you learn about
Jackass?
him in history
Oh.
and the tip of the hut. What is his name?
I don't know. I understand the clues.
I'm not very good at this. Like, well, good thing we're not on a game show. It'd be like one of those things where you have to get.
The guy that does the guy.
Oh my god! I keep saying the guy. Keep drinking.
You just need to chug that whole thing now.
Oh, what's his name? Atita. There's Titty. That guy with the titty name.
Is he like a historical figure?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Attila. Attila the Hut.
Yeah, Attila.
Okay.
Attila. There's no titty in there.
Thinking about that smut, eh?
Yeah, he died from a nosebleed. That's all I know from him. Like, he
That's
conquered this whole world-ish. Like, Rome and, like, that area was about to, like, crumble. And he got a nosebleed from fucking too much, I guess. He got married, fucked too hard, went to sleep with a nosebleed, and then died.
But like, what caused that nosebleed? Because I'm sure the cause of that nosebleed is what killed him.
Yeah, I'm just saying he fucked too hard. I don't actually know the reason.
He fucked too hard that caused an aneurysm.
Yeah,
That led to the nosebleed that he died of.
yeah. So,
that's my fan fiction.
yeah, so you'll be famous as that guy.
Okay.
That was like a long reach around.
You just said guy, by the way.
That's like my favorite.
trash.
This is my favorite word this episode.
I know I would just like go on a shopping spree to get that like dopamine and shit going, you know.
Yes, the retail therapy.
Yeah,
Yes.
I wouldn't even care what I'm buying.
You can't keep your items because remember it has to be wasted. So you could just shop. That's it.
Yeah. Just shop, and then I'll go to Value Village, or not Value Village, actually. I'll go to a local consignment shop, because fuck Value Village. Fuck them. But-
Talons is a good one.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm in Hamilton, I like if I'm like visiting, I always bring stuff. To, like, 'cause that's my choice because we only have fucking Value Village here. It's fucking disgusting. I hate it. But yeah, if I know I'm dropping stuff off, I'll go there.
I find I always just say Value Village is in the term for thrift store now. Like,
It
it's
is
just
and
on
it's so weird.
habit.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm like, wait, not Value Village. I don't actually want to go to, like, why is that always on the tip, you know? But yeah, and then I just take all my new stuff and drop it off there.
But
or
you
at
still
some
got
shelter
that,
or
like,
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought things. I bought new things. I got to grab them and exchange money, you know?
there's so much new stuff I buy already I don't use. It'll just be like a normal thing.
I always wanted to win. I don't know if you ever remember YTV, at least I know, used to have these like contests, like Toys R Us contests, I think. And it would be like someone could like have like 2 minutes to grab as many toys as they could and put in a cart from Toys R Us, and whatever they could grab in 2 minutes, they get to keep. Yeah,
That's a good show. I've never seen it. No.
And no, it was like a contest. Like you entered, and the grand prize was this like
Yeah, I think I seen
Toys R
that.
Us. I remember, I don't know if it's 2 minutes, maybe it was 1 minute or whatever, but it was like really fast. They always sped it up. Like, so I don't know exactly how long, but it'd be like this like 8-year-old kid that would run around with a shopping cart trying to grab like things in like a minute. And, you know, they generally fill it up with whatever they could grab. And, get to keep it all. And I remember being like, that would be the most fun.
Yeah.
Like just being able to like run around and grab things and put them in a cart and knowing I get to keep them. That would.
And your mother not telling you no, put it back. Like
I know, right? Like that would heal my inner child.
Yeah.
Like being able to just buy things for the sake of buying them. And not even buying them, winning them.
Yeah,
I know what I'd buy.
What?
I'd buy a television, like television station, and then
like a
people
whole
would have
station.
That's the whole fucking station, and people have to watch me do nothing.
Just like you're live streaming all the time, or
yes. I'm just sitting there,
just sitting
doing
there.
nothing. I'm like clipping my toenails or like something crazy.
Listen, you have a lot of followers on your TikTok. I want you tomorrow to just go live and do absolutely nothing. And like see
I
what
was just about
happens.
to say that. I was like, she can literally just do that now. Like, you know.
I want to see the outcome. This is for science. Tomorrow when you wake up, just like have it, you're sitting on the couch or something all day. That's it. Don't look at messages, nothing. Just like
I'm gonna lose followers. Holy shit!
That's okay. It's okay.
It's an experiment. It's fine.
It's for
and
science.
then we will jot down like the notes from this experiment. You know, did you get any gifts? How many likes did you get? You know, how many people were watching on average? If you lose followers, if you gave, we'll look at all that, and then you can make a whole TikTok about that, and then maybe you'll gain followers from that TikTok. People will be like, "Wow, informative. What worked?"
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Like you can't look at any messages, nothing. You just have to sit there and live your life. Caleb jumping all over you, just like just live your life.
No, you end it by going like you grab your phone and you're just like, wait, am I live?
I love that.
And then you end it?
Yes, I love it. Yes. And then we'll know by the next time this airs. Right?
Oh my God. Hey, that sounds like something BuzzFeed would pick up. They're like, what mom live streams for 8 hours not knowing she's live.
I see you'll be famous.
Yeah, get all the clout. You'll gain followers from that because people will be like, relatable.
Relatable.
They would be.
They all do it.
Your coffee. You're in your PJs, messy bun, just like watching smut.
Reading smut and watching Hotel Transylvania in the back.
Exactly. You're just reading the whole time. Like just read and then you pick up another book because you're done that one, you know? People watch you read.
Well, I drink my coffee and
go make another coffee. You're eating nachos. I don't know what you're eating. That just seems like a good food.
See, you don't even. I feel like you'd actually get more reach on TikTok.
I think so too.
Than you would if you owned a TV station. Because who watches cable anymore?
No one.
Right?
We just watch TikTok. There you go, Dawn Marie. Perfect.
Yeah, perfect. So your money can be wasted on the thing that you want it to like already. You don't even need unlimited money.
The no money you have right now is perfect.
I'd get plastic surgery.
-$36 in my bank account. It's perfect.
I'd get plastic surgery. I'd waste money on my body. I want to prolong my youth.
That's such a good idea. Robot parts. Yes. Wait,
I'm gonna buy a yacht, you guys, and I have no marina, so I'm gonna buy a yacht. And it's just
in the yard.
Just in the yard. A boat in the yard.
It replaces your house. You just live on it. You know.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy a yacht.
Buy a yacht
and live in it on the land.
I would get every single Amazon gadget. You know how you always see, you need this gadget. I get every single one of them. There's like a frog or a piggy that you put sunflower seeds in and then it spits out your sunflower seeds after they like crack the shell. It doesn't take it out of the shell. It just cracks the shell for you. I get that. I get 10 of them. Just like just for funsies. I usually buy my sunflower seeds already dishelled. So like I would just
but where's the fun in that? You know, like if they're already deshelled when you can buy a gadget.
Yeah, now I got a gadget. Or like there's like a gadget that just keeps one drink cold at a time. Like it's like a little fridge. You plug it into your computer. I'll get one of
Oh,
those.
I've seen that. Yeah, I can hold like 2 cans of pop or something.
Barely. Yeah, one bottle of water. Yeah. All of them.
They just like I've seen like streamers and they'll just pull it up and they like grab their 1 can and it's just like
Why would you just put a fridge under there?
I know.
Like if I had better internet and Elon Musk wasn't fucking me and I could stream video games, I would.
He was fucking you. You could get more money.
He's fucking everyone at this point.
He's not fucking me in a good way. Like it's not something I can like earn cash dollars from. He's like, it's not a nice fucking. It's terrible. He's like not good at it. Like he's kind of.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, when we're doing it, he's kind of like he flops you on top like this, and then he shakes his body, and then
like a jackhammer. Like,
yeah. He just like he's like this. His back legs are up too. It's just his pelvic is connected. he's doing his best,
like the magic harp.
Yeah, like, he's like that's what it is, magic carp.
Yeah,
but he's not
like
as magical.
My only attack
carping.
is splash.
Yeah, that's it. That's all he's doing. So like, I'm not getting nothing. He's not. I don't know what he's getting, but it's like, if he wasn't doing it that way, if he was doing it properly, I could get a fridge. That's it. That was. But now he can't because he doesn't know how to have sex.
No, that's why he artificially inseminates some people. Wasn't it like
just some?
Yeah, so I think some of his kids were born through sex, and some were born through like just like the turkey baster.
That's not a sound I would want. As someone who's been artificially inseminated, is not a sound you really want to be happening.
Just your vagina going. Like it's just slurping it up, making sure, getting right up in there. Yeah.
It's like, gimme.
You can add that into your smut books, John. You can be like, and then the vagina just went.
Sucked it all in.
You can make your smut book one of those, like, those old kids' books where it's like every time you see a picture, you have to press the button.
Yes.
But like, so every time you see like a dick, it's like doing. And like, and every time you see a vagina, or every time you see a tongue, it's like. And then every time, and it just goes through. And every time you see like the woman's face or whatever, it goes, and you can like press along.
Yeah,
that idea is free for you. I just got it for you. Okay,
we need to patent that right now.
It's a picture book, and there's like flaps too. Like you can look under the covers. And then you'd be like, oh, that guy.
Oh my God, this is so smart, guys. This pervs out there would fucking love this shit.
Donry's smut group.
And like some people buy it as a joke too. So that's 2 different markets: the pervs and the jokesters.
Perfect. See? There you go.
Already marketing.
I can draw you some pictures. I got the best vaginas.
I'm happy to edit and do any voice work you need.
What about, a guy's like exhausted grunt?
Ooh.
Your 2 are very similar.
We both knew. Yeah. We knew that sound.
We've heard it before.
Yeah.
Having too much fun. My asthma's like, no, calm the fuck down.
And then you gave it to me.
The asthma's contagious.
It's like an STD. I gave it to Elon. Elon gave it to you.
Fucking Elon.
I would waste my money by investing in Dawn's smut book career.
What about my contour?
I want my hands in this project, including Dawn's contour. Phrasing. Yeah. A whole fist, if you will.
2 even.
Only if she asks nicely.
DVDA?
If I'm a good girl? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. I gotta finish this. It's getting cold.
Oh, cold coffee's the worst. Like, if it gets cold, I just dump it.
I have to drink it cold. I'm so used to it that I love it now.
I can't.
Oh, I can't. It makes me like gag a little. Like iced coffee is different than cold coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I drink it. I don't care.
Like I got your cold coffee with your Sprite.
My other alcohol. It was just like Bailey's is expensive. Like,
It is
$40. Like I can't
every
afford that.
26 ouncer of any alcohol is at least $40 now.
I don't understand why.
Inflation.
I know why.
It's Justin Trudeau and Biden, okay?
Yeah.
I was blaming Obama. That's it. Bim, that guy. He should have said like dictatorship or something. Like,
Yeah.
They're all communists. It's the communists increasing inflation.
I don't understand why they only do 8 years. Like, I guess so it gives like other parties a chance. But like, if someone's doing a good job, why are you kicking them out of office?
It's also not giving other parties a chance. It's giving one other party a chance.
Yeah, there's like 2 parties.
Yeah. So they do it to purposefully prevent progress.
Well, it's stupid.
Yeah,
Just
it's obviously very dumb.
Like, it's not well thought out of that's the word. Yeah.
It's well thought out by white men in charge when the country was first developed. Like, they purposely made it all this way so only certain people could possibly get elected. And that's why we only had our first black president not that long ago, actually. So
Yeah. Well, not our president.
No. But I mean, Canada's super linked to the United States.
Yeah, we've never had any person of color in any leader. Well, except for the leader of the NDP party, but he hasn't been like
and the leader of the Green Party was a woman of color and stuff like that. But no one's been in charge.
Yeah, no one's won any seat like prime minister or premier at all.
Yeah,
I guess
so
that's fun.
It's pretty bad. And we had
We're, like,
one
progressive. I doubt it, but
and we had one female prime minister that only lasted like 6 months.
She fucked up way too hard. She ruined it.
Yeah,
like, oh, that's what we get for having a girl in charge. But she just messed up just because one female was stupid.
Justin Trudeau messes up all the time, and no one holds his entire gender accountable. You know,
exactly. That's what I mean. Like, just because you got a dick doesn't mean you get more chances. Like that's. Well, it does apparently. No,
technically it does. It's like the whiter, richer, and more manly you are, the more chances you get. So
I am way manly. I'm just putting it like that.
I'm way manly.
I'm way.
I'm more manly than you're manly. Okay,
that's right. Well,
my dick is this big.
Yeah,
we'll duel at dawn. We'll
yeah,
slap you in the face. Was that in the smut too? Ooh, slapping your ass. It has to make a noise.
Oh, yeah.
What is that called? Like punishment kink, where like you beat them.
It's called impact play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then I'll have a glossary of like all like the kinks and stuff, and
that should be just what the book is. It's a glossary of what the kinks are.
Okay.
And then like when you like snap your belt, that could just be like a
the crack.
Well, and I was thinking like she could have a story, and then she can put like little like footnotes and stuff, and you go to the back, and then those footnotes will explain if there's like a word in there that someone doesn't know and stuff. And so
it gets bold. It's not a common word, so it's bold. If it's a bolded word, you can go to the end of the book.
Yeah, to get like helpful information about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So educational.
Yes.
You could be like that sex lady.
Oh, Sue Johansson.
Johansson?
I think her name is Johansson.
I just know her as
body
Sue.
break girl.
Oh, maybe.
Wait. No, that's might be Sue. Like you're checking it out.
Sue something. I thought. I don't know what
who the body break people are.
1 second. I'm going
body
to
break
Palace.
people are still married.
Al Johnson and Joanne McLeod.
Joanne McLeod.
That is the.
Those are the body break people.
Okay, so her name was. Hold on. Yes, Sue Johansson.
There we go.
Good for you.
You're so smart. It just made
sex therapist Sue Johansson. Yes.
I had no idea what her last name was. I just knew her first name.
I just knew her as Old Lady Sue.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I knew her last name.
All my sex education.
Yeah. Not cool.
She taught a whole generation of people. Like,
and now we know things.
Yeah, thank fucking God. Like, I would have been worried if I didn't. Like, I see some people that know nothing about sex, and I worry for them.
Right? Like, Elon should have watched her before coming over. Like, that.
Maybe.
I'd buy a field of cows, not for any meat purposes, just to, like, they're like dogs. Just give them a place to play with.
Like dogs.
They are like dogs. I've ever seen them. They love playing, and I don't want to ruin meat for you, but, like, cows are like very large, way loyal dogs. Like, they will crush you accidentally because they're heavy, but they're like, they have best friends. They like love you. They like trust you with everything they have, and then you ship them off to get butchered.
I don't okay, this is gonna be a hot take, and I'm sure some listeners might be mad, but I wouldn't have a problem eating dog.
I wouldn't either.
Like, that's the thing. It's like I'm like, no, I'm not going out to, like, I don't hunt my own cow either, you know. But if I went to a grocery store and they're like selling like ground dog, I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's a good price. Like, you know,
inflation has us there. Like,
yeah. And if a predator sees me in their den and they're like, man, she looks delicious, eat me. That's how the food chain works. Like, I'm just,
I'll eat ya.
Yeah. But that's all I'm saying. Like, my whole point of view is, you know, I'm
food is food. I'll eat a person. You know, like, I have no regrets eating whatever. I'm a big eater, but, like, I feel bad.
I think the only thing I really feel bad eating personally is like veal. I think is the only.
I hate the taste of veal.
Yeah, because it's like it's purposeful torture to get a specific tender type of meat from like a baby cow. You know, it's force fed and everything like that. I don't agree. Like, I don't agree with factory farming.
No,
like, I think they're, you know, like, that's like, I don't agree with the torture of these animals and that kind of thing. But I think if, you know, laws were put in place for that, and like farming wasn't a capital gains issue, like, for-profit farming is what led us here. You know, so it you know, that kind of thing, then I'd be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna eat whatever. He had a good life and now he's in my burger. Cool.
Yeah, that's what like I'm totally again, like, that's the whole point of like raising animals and eating them, is because I get to love these creatures. Like, I'm raising them, hand raising them, loving them, and then I'm hungry and they're providing me food. So, like, I want to give them the best life I can possibly give them. And then eat them. Like, that's it.
Exactly. Like, you know, and it's like some of these people that like condemn eating meat don't understand the environmental effects that the soy production is causing.
Yeah,
you know, to the world.
Energy it takes to grow this shit.
Yeah. Like, and so it's like, you know, I'm just like, okay, you know, like, you're so worried about us eating cows, yet you're buying soy with no qualms about the issues to do with the environment. So, like, what's the difference there? You know, like, your products still use child labor and you're condemning me.
For eating There's this girl I used to go to school with, and she was like, oh, I'm vegetarian, vegan, blah, blah, blah. But her train of thought or whatever was, humans weren't meant to eat meat. That's it. Like, I was like, you see your teeth, right? These
I was just going to say, your teeth is literally what tells you.
Teeth. Yeah. If your teeth were all like your molars, possibility you weren't meant to eat meat. But we got the really sharp ones up front. That is to tear that shit apart. Like, pick up a book. We had Google then. Yahoo, ask Jeeves. Ask fucking Jeeves.
Well, and a lot of people will use that study that showed, like, on average, vegans live like 4 years longer or whatever like that. And it's like, that doesn't take into account that people that watch what they eat in general, it has nothing to do with meat, tend to have better health outcomes. So if you're a vegan and you're constantly making sure you're not eating any animal byproduct, you're going to watch what you eat. And generally, I'm like on average, because there's always those vegans that just live off French fries, you know, that, you know, you're going to watch what you eat and watch what you put in your body. And generally, if you're doing that, you're being more active and you're, you know, so it's like all those other things is what's leading to like maybe a better health outcome, not just the fact that you cut out meat. You know, like there's so much more that goes into that than just that one thing. Now, if you're like on like a paleo diet where all you're eating is meat, that's also not in our diet. We're supposed to eat vegetables too. That's why we have molars.
Your like heart is like crying. Oh, I know.
The heart here's the bacon sizzle and it just starts palpitating.
Not again.
The liver is just like half your gut. Like it's just so just inflamed.
You're like, you got this one part of your body that's just like, you can set a cup on it. Like, I'm fine.
People are like, what is that? You're like, it's just my fatty liver. You know, use it as a prop.
Fred. He goes and comes with me everywhere.
See, but that's all I'm saying is like you're not supposed to cut out all of both. Also, the food pyramid's also a lie, so don't believe that either. But you know, it's a just work on intuitive eating. I think that's the moral of the story.
Yeah, like what your body needs, like feel it.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of vegans that just try to like cover up that feeling with food that is like meat.
Just eat meat.
Yeah, like
I used to be a vegetarian. Like for like 6 years, I was a vegetarian, and then I got cancer, and then I got sick every time I wasn't eating everything I needed to eat. So like obviously my immune system was not as strong as it was before. So then I went to eating all the other foods, and then I was happy, healthy. I actually had more energy than when I was a vegetarian because poor people can't be vegetarians. I don't know if you know this.
No.
But like I was too poor. So like I would eat things like chips and celery and cucumber, and then sometimes just frozen veggies or canned veggies, which like there's a lot of salt and stuff in that, and like whatever the food bank had available. So like alphagetti, ramen noodles. It's
yeah. Well, like my dad works at a meat packing plant, and when I lived with him, it's like my dad didn't have any rules, or at least not clear rules. So there was no parental guidance there. So here I am trying to be a rebellious teenager with a dad that has no rules, but he worked at a meat packing plant. So I started dating a vegetarian, and I stopped eating meat, and that. Basically, he just stopped feeding me for a little bit. He was just like he would, you know, be like, "Well, I made this, but you don't eat meat," you know, like that kind of thing. And then I started eating meat again. I think once I broke up with the vegetarian. Well, he broke up with me, but you know, high school, so I was just like over it, and I was just like, "Oh, we'll meet again," you know.
I'll eat meat again.
I'll eat meat again. Whatever. I wasn't. It was like. It was less about like animal rights and stuff. I think I went through like a small animal rights phase, like, you know, PETA advertised a lot. And then like I heard like how terrible they are. And then I was like, I don't trust anyone. So I'm going to eat this bacon. So PETA, you actually caused me to eat meat again. So
yeah, good for you. Like I've always known that like animals aren't treated right. But then when I had to eat meat again, so the reason I became vegetarian was like, if I can't kill it myself, I don't deserve to eat it. That was my whole thing. And then when I needed to eat meat, I was like, okay, one day I'm going to be able to like raise my own food, and then I won't feel so bad because like they get a good life. And that's what I'm working on now. Like 20 years later, but I'm trying.
For me, it's more like it's already dead. So what's the harm of me eating it? You know, it's like you know, like if I boycott it, it's not gonna stop them from killing that animal. So I might as well eat that meat, you know.
And then like Kyle's the one that kills everything, so I don't have to worry about it. So yay, I win.
I would buy the world.
Just the whole world.
It's unlimited money, you said. There was no limitations. So, you know what? I would become that dictator that allows everyone to have water and clean water and food.
Right?
You know?
That's what I would be. That's kind of
I'd be the villain, apparently. But,
that's what it is. It's crazy how that is like so villainified.
Villainized?
Something like that. Yeah. And like, why can't everyone be fed? Why can't everyone be clothed? Why can't everyone have drinking water? Because we have a system. You know, like, how is that so frowned upon? Like,
we've had different systems.
Yeah.
Like, we can change the system. That's been done before. Why do you think, like, when people act like my favorite is Americans. Americans, I love you.
But
if you are a constitutionalist, if you're like, hey, it's the Constitution above all else. Well, I hate to tell you, but the Constitution has amendments. If you don't know what an amendment is, it's a change that they add at a later date from when they made the Constitution. Like the abolishment of slavery, except when it comes to, imprisonment.
Yeah.
That's Amendment 13 that came out in 1880-ish. So, pretty recent, actually. If you look at that's like 3 generations ago. That's nothing. So I'm just saying more amendments can happen, like I'm just putting that out there. You can amend things. I mean, especially because the US has the oldest constitution in the world. Most countries change their constitution every once in a while. Like that's a normal process.
But we're like that with our Charter of Rights, like the Indian Act is so racist.
Yes.
But we ain't fucking getting rid of that for some reason. Why?
Yes. Well, it's because we take so much of our everything from the United States. Yeah. And we're starting to do that more and more and more. And part of that has to do with the media we consume and the proximity and just everything else.
So speaking of changing of things, so my little town, New Denmark, New Brunswick, I'm telling people where I live. There's 1,000 people that live here. Come find me. They're having 150-year celebration of settling here. And I was like, what about the indigenous people? There was never any. Fucking liar.
You fucking lied.
I was like, I'm pretty sure there was. Why can I go down the road and there is a First Nations reserve? That's because we took their land and shoved them over there.
It's so bad. People don't want to open their eyes to that shit,
Instead, they're like, oh, the Arcadia, which is the French
yeah.
pride, but not the separationers. They just want to be pride in French. So instead of we took the land from the indigenous people, they're like, let's celebrate being French only. I was like, my goodness. They're like, we don't want the English people coming and taking our heritage away from us. The irony is so amazing. I just laughed the whole time.
That's all you can do with these people because they don't see that irony. You can try to explain to them. The cognitive dissonance is just...
They say rude things to me in French. I don't understand French, but I'm pretty sure it's very rude.
We'll bring my husband Chris so he can translate for you.
Oh my gosh.
Because people wouldn't expect him to be able to speak French. He's not born French Canadian.
He doesn't look French. He looks Greek.
Yeah, because he looks Greek.
Yeah.
Even though he grew up in Quebec, so they won't have a fucking clue. And then he can just whisper what they're saying,
Yeah, and then we can laugh, ha ha ha, together.
Ha ha ha, omelette de fromage,
Tabernacle.
Tabernacle.
That's the only French word I can remember.
Yeah,
they said it in Archer the other day when they were in Montreal.
Yep, I remember that episode.
I watched it, and it's an old episode. It wasn't the other day, but I watched it the other day.
Yeah,
and I'm like, he breaks the phone booth and they're like, tabernacle. I was like, I know that word. I'm so excited.
Familiarity.
Mhm.
No, that's like white people are just terrible. That's
They're just
pretty much
terrible.
They're just terrible. And I say that, and as a white person, all I can do is learn.
All I can do is laugh. I'm stuck in
That
like
too.
a quirky area. So like it's racist. Quirky is a nice way to say racist. I just and it's just like it's not just like they're also prejudiced against like English speaking people. But like I just fuck you guys. Jeez Louise.
Like
But
I wish people just like looked outside themselves for like a minute. Like just like a minute. Like I feel like if these people could like experience empathy for like 1 minute,
That's a long time for them.
60 seconds of empathy, I think would be enough to change their minds on most issues.
Yeah. So like my kids right now are old enough to realize that the world is fucking terrible. So they're just like, they have that thought process. They're like, why can't people just not see past? And I was like, well, listen, everybody has a box. And like, unfortunately, only 90% of these people can't see outside their box. If there's something that doesn't align with their box, they get confused and angry and vicious about it. It's that 10% of people who can see inside other people's boxes to understand them. Those are the people who want to make change in the world. And they're like, well, what can we do? What can we do? Like, it's really shitty. I was like, be the change you want to see. Like that's
the most you can do.
Yeah. So like one of my kids started a nice little like community group, Facebook group for like the Alpha-Getty gang. I call my kids the Alpha-Getty gang.
You want to explain that for our listeners?
So 3 out of 4 kids are LGBTQ+. So instead of always saying LGBTQ+, because I mess it up every single time, I call them my little Alpha-Getty kids. So like, you know, the cans of Alpha-Getty, they have alphabet in it. They think it's amazing. Don't come at me.
I love it personally.
Yeah, and I'm part of the same community. So like, fuck you. Well, some people are so intense about it, right? They're like, you need to have all those letters or else. It's Alpha-Getty. It's a whole fucking alphabet. Okay, all the letters are there.
I mean, you have to say the plus anyway, and so you just found a way to take out plus and just incorporate the whole alphabet.
Yeah, it's endearing. My little Alpha-Getty. So so they started a group. They're just trying so hard to like want to do better. One of them went out and just wanted to pick up garbage and put it where it belongs. Like, so, you know, maybe it's not so bad. You just can't watch the internet. Stay away from the internet. Stay away from TV. Just ignorance.
Well, did you guys see the asteroid last night?
No, because I don't live near you guys.
There was a fucking asteroid spotted. Like, you see it light up. Like, my friend's security cam caught the reflection in her car's window. And it's like in Southern Ontario, there was a fucking light up out. It lit up the sky. Like, the whole sky is light blue. Like, lit up the sky in Southern Ontario like 3:30 a.m. last night. So, you know, I watch the news to hopefully hear things like that sometimes.
Yeah, don't worry. It'll hurt your heart. It'll hurt your heart.
Yeah, because then I'm always like, wow, no one knew this was coming.
Well, they don't. Like,
they don't.
They have all these satellites and stuff, and the chances of actually seeing things going to connect with us. So, like, sure, that thing our atmosphere, but like, it was so far away. Mm-hmm. Like, it wasn't going to hit. But like, it just looks scary. But like, we have that stuff happen all the time. Most of the time we don't see it because it's happened in the daytime. Mm-hmm. Like we're always going through asteroid belts.
Well, like also my favorite is in the movie Armageddon. Billy Bob Thornton's like the guy that's like in charge of NASA or whatever. And he's like, they have a $1 million budget a year. Back in 1999. I don't remember when that movie came out. So that's not a lot anyway. It's not a lot now. But it was not a lot back then. And they were like, that lets us see like 1/1,000,000th of the sky near the Earth. So, you know, maybe if we actually funded public space programs, we could keep an eye on these things properly. Instead of funding private space corporations that are then that money's then used on Twitter
rockets.
for some reason.
Just going up and coming back down. Why are you wasting your money to go to Mars? Fix the fucking planet we have.
Because they know they're not going to fix the planet. My favorite is that all these billionaires have fucking bunkers in New Zealand.
So they think New Zealand is gonna last.
Statistically, New Zealand is the safest place to build a bunker. And they hire fucking security and shit for their bunkers that aren't currently inhabited.
I don't think that's a true fact. I think that's a scam fact that somebody was like, hey, you know what?
I think it's due to nuclear. I think it's due to nuclear.
Oh, where it's
yeah, no one's gonna shoot nuclear around there. I think that's what the like, so you know, so as like, in safest, it's like in a nuclear situation where you want a bunker. New Zealand is.
What happens when the water rises?
Well, like, hopefully your bunker is waterproof.
You're just swimming. Like that's the bigger chances are. You know,
you're a billionaire. I know the ground's the limit. Like you can.
The ground's the limit.
Really, it is.
But all these fucking people do. It's all like it's a common fact that all these people and like the worst part is like so many socialized type or used to be socialized type countries all have bunkers for like the public. The United States doesn't. And same with Canada. It's like if you want a bunker, you got to build it privately. We have no public bunkers for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. Come to my house. We have chickens.
Just hope there's no nuclear fallout. That's all.
No, I live in New Brunswick. I'll be okay. Like I'm not close enough to the big parts. Ottawa.
I don't know. That's if the missiles hit the right spot. You know.
I got a Quebec cushion. We're fine.
Someone's like, fuck these French people. It's straight over there. It's the French that was the problem this whole time. They said 2 nukes, one to Quebec area, one to like fucking France, and they're just gonna eradicate you all at once.
Yeah. And then Newfoundland is taken out, PI is taken out, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, because it's all a tiny, like there's
all the fresh water is tainted because it's gonna run down to the Great Lakes.
Whales are gone.
Yeah, it's just all done.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck.
one small missile to New Orleans just to like make sure that they eradicate them all. We don't want any leftover Frenchies now.
That's right.
So
it's okay, guys. I'm French.
And I would use my unlimited resources to find a way to get rid of all these nuclear bombs. I would kill all the people in charge of nuclear bombs with all my money. I'm sure I can find someone to do it.
Assassinate. You know what? I say this all the time. We need vigilantes. I just feel like vigilanting is something we need. Like when there's like police brutality and like the police get away with it, why is there no vigilantes? The government is like killing everyone. Like in Russia, they're trying to be like, I don't want to go to your war. And then they're getting killed. Why is there no vigilantes?
Yeah. We need vigilantes and not militia. People get it confused. Militia can be bought off.
Vigilantes cannot.
Vigilantes are automatically against the power.
That's right. With cool ninja moves.
Hopefully.
They're good. They're good. Unskilled vigilantes. They like last a day.
Well, they're like, that was kick-ass. That was literally
I know.
He lasted a day, and then he had surgery and his muscles and got all fixed up and improved, and then he was able to kick ass. But the first day, he got stabbed and went down. And they all thought it was some gay sex costume.
It was not. I love that girl, the actress. She's like a really good action fighting.
She's in a lot of things now.
Whenever she's in something that it's not action packed, I feel like she doesn't remember how to act. But all of her action stuff, she's like, it's amazing.
I agree with you on that one. Hold on, I'm just gonna check her name really quick. I forget. Man, Kick-Ass came out in 2010.
It was a long time ago.
I know. Chloe Grace Moretz.
Yeah.
Chloe.
I feel really bad for like the male actor in that, because like he was clearly groomed and like married like the producer, the female producer of something.
Which
like
male act, like the main guy,
the kick-ass, yeah. He like as soon as he turned like
Johnson.
Yeah.
He was definitely groomed.
Yeah,
I
like
forgot who he was now.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Like anybody who's like 18 and all of a sudden married to somebody who's 45, you were groomed. Like that's you're still
you don't suddenly marry someone when you're 18 if you weren't talking to them for a while.
Yeah.
Like, so sorry, it started before 18, which is wrong.
So gross. That's what you need vigilantes for.
Yeah. Chloe Grace Moretz, come save the world, please.
That's right. Use your action skills for good. I'll pay you or unlimited money.
Yeah.
Well, then that'll make her a militia. We shouldn't have to pay her. She should want to do the right thing.
But who's going to buy her groceries?
She is. She's a famous actress. How much money does she need? We're not funding another billionaire. Chloe, you're going to do the right thing.
You're going to turn into Batman.
That's the thing is like Batman's what is he like a billionaire? He's a billionaire.
He was a billionaire when the average rich person was like a low millionaire. So like he was a billionaire in the 1950s where like billionaires weren't really a thing.
Yeah. So here I am thinking you're exploiting people constantly. Like people have to be dying in your work. Like in order to make this amount of money at that time, you have to be like no one earns $1 billion.
It was like generational wealth. Like something happened and then
old money. Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm going to use my money for good.
But he could have used like his money for actual good and not dressing up. I'm just saying, if you're a billionaire, you can't be a vigilante if you're not like putting your money into social programs.
Clearly, he had bad mental health, and that
was he needed therapy, not kung fu lessons.
Exactly. Like, Alfred did him dirty.
Alfred did it for clout.
It was.
Anyways, I'm all out of ways I would spend my money. Although if I could make myself like Batman, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I would love to be Batman person. Not Batman, because
like a vigilante of some sort. Oh, I don't know what animal I'd be.
I don't know. I'd want to be taller. I'd get taller people surgery. Like I'd stretch out my arms and my back and my legs.
That sounds painful.
Yeah, but I'd be doped up. It'd be fine. I can afford the medication. All the fentanyl. Yeah, I'll be good. I had that one time. I never want it again. So like I got it at the hospital one time and my skin was so itchy. I felt like I was going to peel my face off. Like I never, ever want whatever that was again.
That
sucks. It was like.
That's something I'd be with all that money. I'd be a drug addict. I could afford it.
That's definitely wasting your money because it's bad for you.
Yeah. But then I could also hire the best doctors, have someone bring an IV banana bag to me every morning. I'd be set.
Perfect. Your heart won't even know.
Get my drugs tested so I know it's not laced with anything. Get my dosings checked.
Are you getting it tested by like a lab kit or are you paying somebody?
I'm going to pay somebody. I have unlimited money. I could have like a whole lab in my house just testing my drugs.
I meant like, are you using a lab to test it? Or are you using a human
person? Like, are you injecting a person first? That's what she wants to know.
I'll just get a real pig and we'll just he'll just be my drug buddy. He'll be high, I'll be high, I'll be fun. So I'll get his drugs tested too.
Tie his arm off. Like, hold on, Piggy. We got this going good.
And then eventually when I want to get clean, we all go to the clinic and I bring my pig so he can get his methadone. We're in it together. We're in it together.
In the system that's like broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pig's writing all his apology letters, which is like the fourth step. I don't know. He's just putting his little pig paws. He's like, I'm sorry for all I did while I was, drunk on drugs.
Shit everywhere. You're like, me too, pig. Me too.
And the story will end with me eating him and crying over it. And then I relapse. And then it goes full circle.
get a new pig. What would the pig taste like after that kind of abuse? I don't imagine it being very tasty.
But I have to eat it. He's my pig. I can't. Yeah, I have to. It's just we're at this point. It's he trusted me not to let him go to waste.
Drugged up female bacon. That sounds delicious.
Oh no. Okay, so do you want to advertise our thingy?
All right. So on December 17th from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes. We'll be hosting a live stream to raise money for two local organizations, the 541 Eatery and Exchange and Epilepsy South Central Ontario. We'll be hosting this event on YouTube. Check for our socials on our link tree, Opinionated Lushes, no spaces. And for information about being a guest or donating $10 for an up to a minute commercial, either audio or visual, this will be aired during the event and it'll be on our YouTube afterwards. So like you're not just paying for a one-time commercial, you're paying for the aftermath as well. And you can email any questions to us at opinionatedlushes@gmail.com.
Woohoo!
I rushed that. I got a little anxious.
No, you did good. You did good. Yeah. I'm excited for it. It's gonna be lots of fun. I'm gonna have to stock up on alcohol for 16 hours and coffee to swap.
Yeah, like eggnog. Oh my gosh. Eggnog.
Oh my gosh.
Good.
Or Bailey's hot chocolate.
So good. We're gonna be so wasted. I'm gonna have to eat a lot because I'm gonna get the heartburn.
That's fine. Just prep for it, Like
every the 45 minutes and then the 15 minutes commercials. This whole 15 minutes will be shoving bread down my stomach. So
and you'll have little shot glasses of milk.
I will need after I take this drink, I'll have to take a little shot of milk.
Yep.
Being old is not fun.
So thanks for listening, and we hope to see you on the 17th because it'll be fun.
It'll be fun. We'll be having our own drinking thing to raise money ourselves, and it'll be something. It's a surprise, but you'll watch.
They'll see us live without any editing. So
yeah, this shit show will be live the whole time. Oh my gosh. Awkward silence the first hour because we're not awake yet.
Yeah.
I know. Just sipping coffee and just be like.
And the last hour where we're like, is it over? It'll be good. It'll be good.
Your bucket. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be great.
Yeah,
guys.
your popcorn bowl.
That's right, your popcorn bowl.
It's white people culture.
Poor white people. I don't know of any rich people that had to have the same bowl for popcorn used for throwing up. They had maids for that. You just grab it. Just
Okay, good night.
Have a good
night, guys.